I don't really have a lot of gadgets because I couldn't afford them, and I don't think I'd have room for them. I do review gadgets every once in a while, the ones at least that I get to keep. The ones I have to send back, I'm not as interested in. That's just the truth, because then I feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, I get to play with it, but if I have to send it back, well, what's the fun in that? Why unwrap something that you can't keep? You know what I'm saying? I just got this little gadget today. This is one of those iPod shuffles, very very small, like supremely small. Like, look at, I am Locutus of Bor. Give me 7 of 9. Hell, I'll even take 6. Sorry about that. I got this though. I didn't buy it. It was one of those random gifts. I bought a shamrock on clickashamrock.com, and I was entered for a random giveaway, and hey, I got it. And it's not because Advertise Here Forever, the same guy, is a sponsor of our video cast. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. Clickashamrock.com, yeah. I was like, it's probably going to be a big hit around, St. Patrick's Day. And so I got something from it. Yay! And you can put it anywhere. I'm probably never going to use it though, because I don't even have music and media on I don't even have it on my iPod. So people ask all the time, well, Chris, how can you get gadgets? How do what's your workflow? And, I never really formalized those thoughts. But then I got this email today on how to save money for gadgets, 5 tips, submitted by iTube Pro, as he's known in the chat room at live.perillo.com. It says, like almost everyone, I seem to be another 14-year-old kid. 99.99% of the time, no one is going to assist you with buying your geeky gadgets and so forth. What parent thinks that you need an external hard drive or even 4 gigs of RAM? Not mine. Well, this is the thing. I am 30 years old, and so I'm older, and I can make purchasing decisions, my own purchasing decisions, as long as I clear it through my wife, Ponzi. So in many ways, I think we're both in the same boat there, iTube Pro. I've created a list of my own experiences on how to save money for your tech-related stuff. Number 1, if you're short on cash like me, start a little business. For me, since I'm only 14 and cannot get a job, I sell computer parts on eBay. I have my own little eBay store, make a little over $100 a week of selling mainly RAM and hard drives. The point is, on websites, you can make money on the side with a little effort. All you need to do is post a blog with AdSense, put up an eBay listing, or do some other things. There are very efficient ways to make money without such time or effort. Number 2, don't spend your money on stuff you don't need. You don't need to go to the movies 3 times a week. You can spend little money once in a while, but put it towards appropriate things. Also, don't buy a new notebook over paying your rent. Priorities come over tech items. How are you going to play Xbox Live if you forgot to pay the electric bill? Although, what a 14-year-old is worried about an electric bill for is a different matter entirely. If you casually watch your money, you'll notice quickly that buying your gadgets is not such a difficult task. Buying the store brand items is not that much of a difference than the brand name items. So he's saying like generic versus brand name there. Speaking of, this software is very similar. There is almost always a freeware or open source alternative to a piece of shareware or commercial software. A very good example is GIMP or Seashore compared to a very expensive Photoshop. Sometimes I even prefer Seashore, and that, I guess, is OS X's version of GIMP. Number 3, put a little money away. Instead of buying a fancy $60 meal, put 5 to 20 of it away every week. This adds up. $60 meal? What kind of 14-year-old gets to eat $60 meal? When I was 14 years old, I didn't even have $60 in the bank, let alone... You guys don't realize how good you got it. I kid you not. And you know what? You're going to get to my age, and you're going to look back at the kids and go, you don't realize how lucky you've got it. Trust me, this is just cyclical. In my day, I'm sitting in my rocking chair, which is ergonomically correct. This adds up quickly. You won't even notice how quickly you will have money to buy the latest video game or something similar. Putting the money in the bank is also a good idea, as you cannot touch it as easily as it would be if you had it in your wallet. That's true. 4, look smart for good retailers and discounts. As I know you, he's talking about me, have some really amazing coupons for software and stuff like that. There are other retailers out there. He buys a lot of electronics online and finds coupons and discounts. See here, blah, 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 blah. Just look around before you pay an extra $100 for an item. And as he notes, I've got coupons and discounts and bargains listed on my blog, certainly easily accessible. Coupons.lockergnome.com is where I perform most of my searches. Number 5, most geeks, including me, have a bunch of techie items that we don't need, but others want. I bought an iPhone a few months ago. Why would I need a 5th gen iPod Classic? Sell it on eBay or Craigslist to make money of the price of your iPhone. This works very well with video games, as EB Games and other gaming stores like gaming pawn shops. They buy your old games for cheap prices, and you can use that money to buy new games. Sell your old hard drive after you 7 times zero out all the data with Derek's Boot Nuke, for instance. Get rid of all the RAM you just upgraded from. You don't need anything. Don't throw it away. Sell it. And you know, iTube Pro, good perspective, good suggestions, good list. I think you're, as I said, very, very lucky, but anybody could do this. Anybody has a chance of making money on the internet, selling old parts. Maybe it's not even selling old tech items. Maybe they're items that aren't tech related at all, but still have some amount of value. You know, eBay's a wonderful place to both buy and sell items. Of course, having a blog and making money that way, it's good, but it can be somewhat of a challenge. I think you'd have a better chance of making money by doing things on or through eBay than you would, you know, just posting content to the web. It's fun to post content, but you know, I'm lucky to have some pretty good sponsors along with me. So you know, I've been able to build that into my entire model, and you know, passing that back to the community is also important. It's the reason why we post the coupons. So those are his ideas about how you can really start to acquire gadgets. The one I'd want to underscore is sell the ones that you're replacing to help buy the new ones. I do that all the time. I only now have 2 digital cameras, and to buy this one, I ended up selling 2 digital cameras and made money. Well, made money back, I should say, because this was cheaper, and it suits me just fine. And otherwise, they were just sitting on the shelf collecting dust. I sell stuff all the time. I don't really have anything that I need to sell. I'm kind of looking around right now, and I pretty much need everything that I've got. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have it. I'd have gotten rid of it by now. So if anybody else has got any tips related to gadgets, acquiring gadgets, buying gadgets, selling gadgets, you know, anything related to what we talked about, or maybe beyond, you can send me an email, chris@pirillo.com, so long as the email is very well composed, very well written. Usually the shorter lists don't make it to videos because they're just a little anemic, and you didn't put much effort into it. Obviously, you put an effort into this, and that shows. So good luck, especially as you grow into an adult and do have to worry about electric bills, because let me tell you, it ain't fun when you have to pay the piper or the electric company. Now, if you're like me, the electric company also happens to be a piper, a bagpiper, and it gets a little annoying, especially when the power goes out and he tries. The first, you know, the power's out because you hear Amazing Grace, you know, echoing from the hills of Seattle. Anyway, if you want to join us in our chat room, we're open 24 hours a day. We're typically talking tech, hardware, software, internet. We do talk about gadgets every once in a while when they float across my desk. They kind of slide, really. More of a sliding. This thing is small. I thought I had a smaller one before with the iRiver Clicks. I have one of those. I love that thing. Talk about something I should sell. I love this. The iRiver Clicks. You can. I mean, they're 2 really different devices entirely, but I like the iRiver Clicks because it synchronized with my Urge subscriptions, which I no longer have. It melted into Rhapsody. Maybe I should sell it. I don't know, how much is the iRiver Clicks worth? I haven't touched it for years. But I hold on to it because, like, I don't know when I'm going to need it. Maybe I should sell it. I don't know. Make an offer. Anyway, you're welcome to join us anytime, day or night, at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.